Welcome to the online lectures of Math 1-to-1 Linear Algebra and ODEs. Today we are going to discuss properties of determinants, and this is exercise 3.2 in your textbook. Property 1. The value of the determinants remain unchanged if rows are changed into columns and columns are changed into rows. This is the general form of the property 1. So with the help of example, we will try to understand this property. Let's suppose we have this matrix and we are calculating the determinant of this matrix. It's a 3 by 3 matrix, and by using row echelon form, we will calculate its determinant equal to minus 120. Now in this matrix, we have converted all the rows of the first matrix into the columns, or in other words, all the columns have been converted into rows. By repeating the same procedure of row echelon form to calculating the determinant of this matrix, we are finding determinant value equal to minus 120, which is same to this value. Property 2. If two adjacent rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, the value of the determinants obtained is the negative of the value of the original determinant, such that this general determinants. Here we can see that in this determinant we have interchanged row 1 with row 2. So the answer would be negative of the original determinant. Let's try to understand this property with the help of an example. We are going to calculate the determinant of this, and by using row echelon form we will calculate its determinant by multiplying all the values of the diagonal. So by doing this, the answer would be minus 120. Now we will interchange row 1 with row 2. So our new matrix would be this, and we will calculate its determinant. Now by using row echelon form to calculate the determinant of this new matrix, the answer is 120, which is opposite to the answer of the original determinant, which was minus 120. Property 3. If two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, then its value is 0. For example, this general form of the property 3. Here we can notice that all the elements of row 1 and row 2 are identical. So let's try to understand this property with the help of an example. In this determinant, we can observe that the elements of row 1 and row 2 are identical. So if we will calculate its determinant with the help of row echelon form, we will get the value of determinant equal to 0. Property 4. If each element of a row or column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k, then the value of the each determinant is k times the value of the original determinant, as shown in this general form of the property 4. Here we can see that row 1 is a multiplier of a constant k. For example, we have this 3 by 3 determinant and we want to find its value with the help of row echelon form. So its value by multiplying all the value elements of the diagonal is equal to 144. Now we will take 2 as a common from the first row, and the new determinant would be like this. Here this 2 is equal to k. Now we will calculate the value of this determinant, and this is equal to 72 by using row echelon form. Now when we will multiply 72 with 2, we will get the answer equal to 144, which is same to the answer of this determinant. Property 5. If any two rows or columns of a determinant are proportional, then its value is 0. This is the general form of property 5, and here we can see that row 2 is a proportional of row 1 and the proportional element is k. Let's try to understand this example. Here we are going to calculate determinant with the help of row echelon form. So here row 2 is the proportional of row 1 and the proportional element here is k is equal to 2. By applying row echelon form to calculate the value of determinant, we will get answer equal to 0. Property 6. If each element of a row or column of a determinant is the sum of two or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of two or more determinants. This is the general form of property 6. Let's try to understand this property with the help of an example. Here we have this determinant and we are going to calculate its value by using row echelon form. So by applying row echelon form, we will get the value of determinant equal to minus 17. Now we will write this determinant as a sum of two determinants, and those two determinants are here. Now we will calculate the value of determinants separately. So the value of a determinant is equal to 0 and the value of the second determinant is equal to minus 17. Now we will add these separately calculated values. The answer would be minus 17, which is same to the previous determinant. Property 7. If each element of a row or column of a determinant is 0, then its value is 0. For example, in this determinant, all the values of third column are equal to 0. So if we will try to find the determinant of this matrix by using row echelon form, we will get answer equal to 0.